New development in what was being called the, quote, lowering while black incident. As Kelsey Kushner explains, the Harford County Sheriff's Office says the initial accusations were misleading.
Well, police say the investigation concluded with no supporting evidence of racial bias. They say instead this was just a case of confusion because Rashad James didn't identify himself correctly. It was a first for Maryland lawyer Rashad James, who told WJZ last month he had to defend his own identity in the courthouse after being questioned if he was impersonating a lawyer, something he claimed was directly linked to the color of his skin.
What other reason would there be for the officer to either mistake me for a client or as someone posing as an attorney?
But in a press conference Tuesday,
the facts show us this complaint is completely without merit. The deputy involved in this contact did nothing wrong.
Instead, investigators say it was a case of confusion. The attorney for the Harford Deputy Sheriff's Union says James didn't clearly identify himself as a lawyer upon arrival at the courthouse and was instead mistaken for his client.
He did identify himself to the judge. However, the confusion came up when he checked in and didn't identify himself as an attorney.
Investigators say the deputy was called into the courtroom to verify James's identity, and when asked for ID, James didn't have a business card or state identification badge, but instead presented a North Carolina ID, which sparked more confusion. Investigators say the deputy made a call to the clerk's office to check the lawyer's manual and eventually verified James's identity and released him.
The entire interaction between the deputy and Mr. James was less than 5 minutes.
Still, James's lawyers say it was targeted.
He and we continue to believe that, but for the color of his skin, that deputy sheriff would have looked at the driver's license, looked at him, and seen that, in fact, Mr. James was who he said.
And James's lawyer says that they don't plan on filing any further charges or a civil lawsuit. Instead, they say they just want this case to be a learning opportunity. Reporting in Harford County, Kelsey Kushner for WJZ.